3,500 ACT vocabulary words. Word list 37. Terribly. Dreadfully, frightfully, to a great extent, very much. Disguise. Dress or exterior put on for purposes of concealment or of deception. Obligation. Act of binding oneself by a social, legal, or moral tie, written promise to repay a debt. Exacerbate. Increase severity, violence, or bitterness of, aggravate. Nostalgia. Homesickness, bittersweet longing for things of past. Pernicious. Very destructive, tending to cause death or serious injury, deadly. Volley. Flight of missiles, round of gunshots, tennis return made by hitting the ball before it bounces. Allege. State without proof, assert to be true. Reverent. Respectful, worshipful, impressed with veneration or deep respect. Juicy. Full of juice, lucrative, richly interesting. Aviary. Large cage, building, or enclosure in which birds are reared or kept. Reserve. Lack of enthusiasm, skeptical caution, something saved for future use, self-restraint in expression. Restrict. Keep or confine within limits. Navigable. Wide and deep enough to allow ships to pass through, able to be steered. Suffocate. Kill or destroy by preventing access of air or oxygen, impair the respiration of, asphyxiate. Acetic. Having properties of vinegar, sour. Pour. Gaze intently, stare, scrutinize, read or study carefully and attentively. Asperity. Sharpness of temper, roughness or harshness, as of surface, sound, or climate. Prevaricate. Lie, stray from or evade truth, behave in evasive way such as to delay action. Bequeath. Leave to someone by will, hand down. Artisan. Manually skilled worker, craftsman, as opposed to artist. Abiding. Lasting for a long time, enduring, permanent. Antecede. Precede, go before in time, and sometimes in place, rank, or a logical order. Mire. Cause to sink or become stuck in, hinder, entrap, or entangle. Absent. Go away or leave, missing, not present. Neophyte. Recent convert to a belief, one newly initiated. Obvious. Exposed, easily discovered, plain. Quizzical. Suggesting puzzlement, mocking, curious. Spontaneity. Naturalness, freedom from constraint, happening or arising without external cause, self-generated. Relic. Surviving remnant, something left after loss or decay, object kept for its association with the past. Liberate. Set free, as from oppression, confinement, or foreign control, discharge, release. Epidermis. Outer, protective layer of skin of vertebrates. Despot. Tyrant, harsh, authoritarian ruler, Eastern Orthodox bishop. Discriminating. Able to see differences, showing careful judgment or fine taste. Liniment. Medicinal liquid that is rubbed into skin to relieve muscular stiffness and pain. Metallurgical. Pertaining to art or skill of removing metals from ores. Apolitical. Having aversion or lack of concern for political affairs. Incline. Cause to lean, slant, or slope, deviate from the horizontal or vertical. Facade. Front of building, superficial or false appearance. Seamy. Sordid, morally degraded, squalid or corrupt. Tardy. Late, delayed, moving slowly. Loath. Unwilling or reluctant, filled with disgust or aversion, dislike. Rejoinder. Retort, comeback, answer to a reply. Wholesome. Conducive to sound health or well-being, beneficial. Mendacious. Lying, habitually dishonest, speaking falsely. Abundantly. In great numbers, in a plentiful or sufficient degree, plentifully. Fanciful. Imaginative, not based on fact, dubious. Achievement. Feat, accomplishment, award for completing a particular task or meeting an objective. Cleave. Split with or as if with a sharp instrument, pierce or penetrate, remain faithful to. Chary. Cautious, sparing or restrained about giving. Empirical. Derived from experiment and observation rather than theory. dappled. Spotted, having mottled or spotted skin or coat. Gaunt. Very thin, especially from disease or hunger or cold, barren. Electron. Elementary particle with negative charge. Encounter. Face, confront, meet, especially unexpectedly, come upon. Palimpsest. Manuscript, typically of papyrus or parchment, that has been written on more than once, with the earlier writing incompletely erased. Drudgery. Hard monotonous routine work. Perennial. Lasting indefinitely long time, suggesting self-renewal, remaining active throughout all the time. Conviction. Judgment that someone is guilty of crime, strongly held belief. Negligible. So small, trifling, or unimportant that it may be easily disregarded. Spawn. Lay eggs, produce offspring in large numbers. Catharsis. Purging or cleansing of any passage of body. Perquisite. Any gain above stipulated salary, extra payment. Tightwad. One who is stingy or overly cautious or defensive with money, miser. Largely. In a large manner, for the most part, mainly. Nominal. In name only, insignificantly small. Release. Give off, liberate, grant freedom to, make something available. Substantial. Fairly large, in essentials, material, true or real, not imaginary, solidly built. Torrent. Rushing stream, flood, heavy downpour.